In the phenol red lab, you tried to figure out what happened to the mass during a chemical reaction. Because you were using a baggie, which is able to change its shape as you're doing the reaction and able to inflate with gas as you're doing the reaction, your results are not going to be correct. Any object that's in a fluid, that's a gas or a liquid, is going to have a buoyant force on the object. That's why things float in water, and that's also why a helium balloon or a hot air balloon will float in air. The more volume an object takes up, the greater the buoyant force. That's why when your bag inflated, it seemed like the mass actually decreased. This is because the bag inflated, and so it had a larger buoyant force on it. Let's take a look when we don't allow the volume to actually change. So the chemicals have been put in a plastic bottle that's been tightly capped. The plastic bottle cannot expand as gas is produced, so you will not get any difference in the buoyant force. You can look at the scale, it says 38.4 grams. As we take the materials, turn it upside down, and let the liquid get out so it starts the reaction, you'll see that it is fizzing. You'll see that it is changing color, so it is the same chemical reaction. But you'll notice when we put it back on the scale, it still says 38, it actually says 38.5, but if we read the error on the scale, it's plus or minus 0.1, so that still is the exact same mass as we started with. We have not created any mass, we have not destroyed any mass, the mass is staying the same during a chemical reaction, and that's what we should expect.